I swear, Angelina Jordan's voice just ages like a fine wine. I think that's the only way that I can really describe it. Hello, lovely humans, and welcome back to the Opera Cecilia YouTube channel. I am so excited to have you guys all back here watching this video, so thank you in advance so much for your support. We're back at you with another reaction analysis video today. I'm so excited about this one because we're bringing back a highly requested, highly popular artist on this channel, and that is the absolutely wonderful, old soul, free spirit, beautiful singer, Angelina Jordan. I am so excited to have her back on the channel. This is a video that my husband actually heard, and he was like, you definitely should give a reaction to this one and maybe a little bit of like nerdy analysis if you can. This is Angelina Jordan performing a cover of Elvis Presley's Suspicious Minds. This is actually kind of a fascinating song, and I did a little tiny bit of just a little search on a slight background research about the original iteration of the song and kind of how it came to be prior to Angelina Jordan's cover with the original artist. So I just wanted to share that with you in case any of you are interested in going on the nerdy journey with me. So the song Suspicious Minds, according to the internet, like I said, this wasn't the most deep research journey that I've ever made. I just did a little basic search to kind of figure out what I was working with here. But it's a song that was written in 1968, and it was first recorded by American songwriter Mark James. But apparently the industry considered it a commercial failure, the recording itself and the release of it. So they later recorded it with Elvis Presley, and it became a commercial success, probably due to his popularity. And as a result of that, became one of the most legendary songs in Elvis Presley's career. The song itself is written according to the internet, about a mistrusting and dysfunctional relationship and the need of the characters to overcome their issues in order to maintain it. So it has a very interesting storyline behind it, a very interesting interpretation, and I'll probably be talking a little bit about my interpretation as well of what the song might be about as we listen to Angelina Jordan's, I'm sure, going to be wonderful cover. So I'm very excited to dive into this. I just wanted to give you a tiny bit of a background on it and also give credit to that original writer, Mark James, because without him, this song would not exist. And of course, the original Elvis version is wonderful as well too, if you would like to look that up on YouTube and listen to it yourself. And of course, before we dive into this video, I always like to say I'm not an end-all be-all expert on any specific artist, and I really encourage you to go out and support this artist's work directly. So we will link the original video of the cover in the description below so that you can go support Angelina Jordan directly on her channel, especially if you're coming to this video as a new Angelina Jordan listener. The other thing I wanted to say is if you're interested in more of a background on Angelina Jordan, our very first video that I do about one of her original songs, it was my very first reaction analysis video to her on this channel, is still up on the YouTube channel, including other reactions to some of her other work. And so I highly encourage you to go give those a view and watch for a little more background info on her as well. In addition to that, we have so many knowledgeable members of her fan base that are also members and subscribers and fans of this channel. So they will be I'm sure, more than willing to impart some of their wisdom about this artist on you in the comment section. So feel free to shoot a comment if you're curious about this artist as well. And the community will for sure take care of you, which I absolutely love. Do not forget to follow us on Patreon, become a patron if you feel so inspired. If you like this video, feel free to give it a like, comment, subscribe, and continue to support the Opera Cecilia YouTube channel. By supporting this channel, not only are you supporting us and our entrepreneurial efforts to leave an impact on the artistic community, but you're also supporting all of the emerging artists and local West Coast of the United States based talent that we hire with our company. A lot of the funding from this channel, the plans for this channel, are to go straight into the company to support other artists in addition to ourselves. So you're supporting so many wonderful artists when you're supporting this channel. So thank you so much in advance for that. So now, without further ado, we're going to head into the video itself. And this is Angelina Jordan singing a cover of Mark James' Suspicious Minds, which was originally released to commercial success by Elvis Presley.
Oh, little love, survive. I dry the tears from your eyes. Just don't let a good thing die. Well, honey, you know I've never lied to you.
I swear, Angelina Jordan's voice just ages like a fine wine. I think that's the only way that I can really describe it. She has so much maturity and color that is coming out in her tone, in the way that she manages phrases. All of those things technically that are aiding in the expressiveness of the performance are so beautiful. She's so intentional in everything she does. She's been intentional and very specific in her style and has stayed true to her style from the very beginning, giving opportunities for exploration in little ways, but mostly staying true to herself. And I absolutely love that about her, and this is no different. But what I love about her continued experimentation is, one, she has kind of like in her hairstyle, you can't help but notice that huge, I think it's called like a bouffant in the back. It reminds me of some like Amy Winehouse hairstyles that I've seen in the past. What I absolutely love is that reference to like the jazz singer kind of aesthetic and the classiness and beauty and elegance of this video, while still having a little tiny bit of a rock and roll type established jazz singer edge to it. I don't even know if any of that makes sense, but there's like a very specific aesthetic that is being aimed for in this that I absolutely love.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I say, we can go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams suspicious minds.
I love the mirrors. I love the crystal chandeliers. Notice how everything around her creates a reflection, or almost everything around her does. She has a lot of mirrors, a lot of crystal, a lot of that kind of stuff surrounding her. And I can't help but think that there's a little bit of a symbolism in that in the video, because I'm pretty sure from the beginning of the video that I pinpointed that this young character that we're seeing that's kind of slowly aging before our eyes, and she starts out as a really little girl and gets like slightly older, she bears a remarkable resemblance to Angelina Jordan. So I'm pretty sure that that's meant to be a younger version of herself. She's leaning into the parts of the song that talk about self-reflection and introspection a little bit more, and it's coming through in the symbolism of her video so clearly, and it's such a cool artistic statement. She's bringing the song down to a very visceral, emotional level. It's a little bit less funky than the version with Elvis, for sure. But it has it takes on kind of a meaning all of its own, and it's totally her own as a result of that. She's so good at claiming herself as an artist and being able to make a really unique stamp on a piece of work that was from somebody else originally, or from another source. She offers something to the cover that nobody else can offer, not even the original artist. And that's the mark of a really good cover, in my opinion. I also love the fact that she's showing off her ability to play instruments in this video, which is so cool. Her versatility as an artist is fantastic. And the voice, like I said, it's maturing and coming into its own more and more with every video of her I watch as she grows older. And I love the fact that she's able to balance this like idea of having really, really clear and well-supported sound, sound that's well supported by the body. She leans into the strength of her voice a lot and the roughness around the edges that's intentional, that's expressive. But at the same time, she can go back. She can pull back on the dynamics a little bit. She can go into kind of that breathy aesthetic, for lack of better terms, without damaging her voice, because she's not staying there forever. You don't want to necessarily spend an entire entire song in the breathy aesthetic, but if it comes in expressively from time to time, it's an absolutely fantastic color palette to kind of play with vocally. And singers can do that. Our voices are not delicate flowers. We can do a lot of really cool and expressive things with them and still keep them healthy, as long as we learn that it's all a push and pull. It's all about choosing your moments, and she's so good at that.
If an old friend I know stops by to say hello, would I still see suspicion in your eyes? Here we go again, asking where I've been. You can see the tears are real, I'm crying. Oh, yeah. We can go on together.
The depth of her tone right there.
Suspicious mind.
Actually, I'm going to pause that for a second. That exact phrase where she leans into the depthness and the richness of her voice and she really rounds out those vowels. What I love about that is she does it during specific parts of the song that perhaps lyrically are the things that the original writer wanted you to pay attention to the most. For example, the catchphrase of the song, we can't go on together with suspicious minds, and how that's kind of like the main thematic strand throughout the entire piece. She emphasizes that in the expressiveness of her voice and leaning into the richness of her voice in that moment. And by leaning into that richness, she also brings out the full color palette of her voice. And that's very friendly to a recording studio when you do it in deep tones. As a recording artist, typically the lower pitches are going to feel a little bit, come off a little bit richer in the microphone. And so that's a way to bring out the robust colors in your voice in a recorded setting as well. She knows how to play with the room. She knows how to play with the acoustical property she's working with. And I absolutely love that about her. And it's just such a cool example of what a little tiny like soft palate lift or rounding out of the vowel in the lower register can do. You don't want to do that too much and fall too far back, feeling like the singing is probably causing some feedback back into your throat. You don't want to necessarily have that. But if you can balance, in Italian it's called chiaro scuro, and that's used a lot in visual art as well, that balance of bright and dark. If you can balance out those bright and dark tones, then you have this absolutely fantastic like cocktail of color that you can work with as a singer. And she's really excellent at doing that because she leans into those rich colors and then she's not afraid of pulling back a little bit as well.
We can go on together.
Beautiful.
With suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds.
Beautiful ornament.
Oh, little lost of I dry the tears from your eyes. It's don't let a good thing die. When, honey, you know I've never lied to you.
That last section is a really, really good example of pulling back on the dynamics. So we just talked about a section where she leaned into the richness of the dynamics a little bit more, and now she's pulling back. She's allowing some of the breath to come through expressively, and that delicateness and that pulling back slightly, the lightening of the tone, allows for more agility so that she can do some of those wonderful vocal runs that we're hearing. For me, every single time I hear a vocal run in a song, which is like an oscillation of like a lot of different notes, I really, really want it to always be intentional, and I want it to serve the song first. There's definitely examples out there of vocal ornaments with singers that are a little bit less tasteful. I won't list any specifically because I'm not in the habit of bad mouthing any artist on this channel. That's not what this channel is about. She is nothing but tasteful in her ornament choices, and the pristine nature, the accuracy of them, and the expressiveness of them comes out because she allows the more delicate side of her tone to come through. She lightens it up a little bit. She doesn't put so much weight into all those pitches because agility likes that more light and buoyant nature instead of a little bit more weight being added. So I love the fact that she's able to go back and forth and add all of those different colors for us. I think the word color is kind of the theme of the day with any of Angelina Jordan's videos, but particularly this one.
Don't let a good thing die. When, honey, you know I've never lied to you. Oh, yeah.
Hats off to the pianist as well. He's doing a wonderful job. She always picks great collaborative musicians to work with her. Well, that was absolutely gorgeous. I am so glad that he chose that video for me to react to. So good on Tawny's for that one. What I loved about it so much was the fact that she didn't just take a song of somebody else's and sing it. She took a song of somebody else's and completely 100% without a doubt made it her own, which is what she always does with her covers and which is part of what makes her such a brilliant artist. Go ahead and head over to the Opera Cecilia website, operacecilia.com. The link to that website will be down in the description of our video as well, because dun, 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 dun. We will be releasing a merch line really soon because we absolutely believe in our company and our brand and in our mission to continue to support emerging artists and support established artists as well through reacting to their videos on this channel. Artists of all genres, not just opera. And so our merch line is going to help us directly support the company and help us to be able to make more of a living doing this so we can devote more of our time to doing it and continue to put up content on this channel more consistently. So if you like what we're doing, head over to the Opera Cecilia website, click on our merch icon, and kind of see if you want to purchase and support us via our merch line as well. There are so many different ways to support our company, so we sincerely hope that you consider joining us with one or multiple avenues of which to do so. What I loved about this one in particular is the maturity and the establishment of her talent and of her desired image and all of that. It seemed to just combine all together so beautifully in this video. She has so much class and elegance about her. She makes so many wonderful choices when she sings. We talked a lot about her vocal technique, but like expressively, like I said in the beginning, I honestly do think that there's a reason there's so many reflective images around her, and there's a reason that there's flashbacks to what I can assume is a younger version of her at the beginning of the video. It's because this is supposed to be a more introspective take on this song. So it's not just directly imploring or directly engaging in dialogue with a lover that you're in a relationship of mistrust with, but it's actually looking into yourself and kind of figuring out, how can I be a reparative part of this relationship? How can I help make this relationship better than the current state that it's in? And imploring your lover through kind of that lens. So she takes a little tiny bit less of an urgent approach to the song. I feel like when I listen to Elvis's version, I hear a sense of urgency in his voice, which definitely works expressively as well. But this one is a lot more of a spirit of introspection, of tenderness, of compassion, of really, really ardently wanting the relationship to work and not being afraid to show the vulnerability in your voice with the struggle. The delicacy of her vocal ornaments can show that vulnerability beautifully, but also leaning into the strength and the courage that it takes to confront your lover about something like this and to say that this is something that needs to stop if we really want the relationship to thrive. And so I think it's really cool the way that she decided to approach this video. I love the fact that she had a little music video concept to it, and I love the fact that she always hits on the wholesome end of songs a little bit more too. She's an old soul in that sense, and I absolutely love her for it. So hopefully you all enjoyed this reaction. I absolutely enjoyed reacting to this. I will definitely be including more like analysis, nerdy based videos soon on the channel about Angelina Jordan and other artists. Thank you so much for tuning in to see this video. Wherever you are in the world, we hope you're absolutely having a wonderful day, afternoon, night, whatever you happen to be having at this moment in time. And we hope to catch you again around here soon. Please let us know what you liked about this video in the comments, or if you have any additional information about Angelina Jordan that you would like to share with us, or any additional requests. We love to hear all of that stuff too. All right, catch you guys later. Bye.